There's so much drama going on right now.
In today's video, I'm finally sitting down and creating my first makeup look featuring the James Charles Morphe eyeshadow palette.
Today's video is special because I have not seen a more hyped product than this in a very, very long time. It's so exciting. It is the James Charles Artist Palette, which is currently sold out.
For today's new video, I am going to be reviewing the new Morphe and James Charles Artistry Palette.
For today's video, as you can see by the title, we are here to sister support Sister James. Did I do good? Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Hi, how the hell are ya? I mean, did I sister slay that or no? Can we talk about how cool this artwork is? It's so beautiful. It's a really huge box. It's 39 colors, which is freaking awesome. The first time that Morphe debuted a 39 color palette was their holiday palette, which is one of my favorites, other than mine, of course.
Hey, what's up my social climbing friends? It's Dustin and I'm back with another video. I'm sorry that this is a voiceover. I am actually not feeling that well. However, there has been some stuff that has popped off between James Charles and a disgruntled content creator that received his palette, and there's a whole bunch of stuff going around about it. There's actually some stuff between James Charles and myself that I want to discuss in this video. Just to go ahead and get this out of the way, I do want to insert Cody Rant's video. She is actually the person that this is concerning. She bought James Charles's palette. I know that she was very excited about this palette. She was tweeting out about how she was going to actually go out and purchase this. She actually got her hands on it, and she's saying that she actually had an adverse reaction to it. That's neither here nor there. Honestly, I do think that people do have reactions to makeup all the time, but there is some stuff from Marlena Estelle that we'll be getting into as well. So I'm gonna insert her clip here. If you've seen it, I'll go ahead and put in the timestamp for you to fast forward past this. It is about 2 minutes, so you guys watch this for context, and then we'll be back to discuss it.
I want to make it very clear. The hives that I'm getting on my eyes are not from my makeup remover or base. I've used both of the products for years. Never had hives from them. I use them literally every day. I got a sister slay wherever I go. But James did not warn me about the staining. He didn't tell any of us. I watched all his promotions on the palette. He didn't say that it would look like I have goddamn eyeshadow on still after I tried to remove it. Like, look at me. He took pink eye to a whole new level. I've been trying all the colors because I wanted to make a review video on it for my YouTube channel. I can safely say you should skip using the color skip. People are trying to say because it's a pressed pigment that I should know that pressed pigments can stain. None of the others did this. And it's not just me who has had reactions like this. One of my other really good friends got the palette as well. And guess what? Same happened to her. She has swollen eyes, it stained her skin, and she has hives. Explain that, Mr. Charles. Read my mind, Charles. Pretend you're an X-Men for a second. It is not okay to do this to anyone. I don't care what formula it has, but you should never, ever, ever try to promote a product that does this to another human being. Why did no beauty gurus talk about this? They all tried the products on their channel. They all did swatches. They did eye looks. Not once did I ever hear any of them talk about this issue. Oh, well, maybe it didn't stain for them. Then how come it stains for everybody else I know? Everyone is just trying to sister suck James Charles and Morphe's. Well, not me, honey. That is limp and will stain your comforter and probably gave you syphilis.
Okay, first things first, I do want to point out that a lot of people were saying that this was over the top, that Cody was being really, really extra, and she was. I'll give you guys that. However, her name is Cody Rant. She is known for her rants. She makes rants about everything and everyone that is on social media. That is her shtick. But that does not give her free range to do and say anything she wants. There's nothing wrong with voicing your opinion. There's nothing wrong with reaching out to an influencer that that has their name on a brand or on a product. I even saw some people going as far defending James, saying that she made allegations that were slanderous because she said that this could have given her syphilis. This was dry humor. This was dark humor. People are really going over the edge. Let's just get into some of the tweets, shall we? Cody first put out this video that you've seen just a moment ago, and she said a rant about James Charles. She did not tag Morphe or any kind of support team for Morphe. She just directly tagged James Charles. Now, you guys know multiple different influencers, if they have their name on something, they have no problem addressing an issue or anything like that. You guys know that Jaclyn Hill is actually very active in doing that, and a lot of influencers encourage people to reach out to them directly. Now, I understand that James has put a lot of time and effort and work into this palette. I get it. It's like his baby. He's very proud of it. And I also get that he was probably upset when he seen this rant video. I do want to say that he is fully aware of who Cody is. I'm pretty sure of it. She had a very viral tweet with Jeffree Star the other week. Regardless of that, if he knew her or not, it really doesn't matter. James Charles actually tweeted back to Cody and actually had this to say: most pinks, purples, and reds all stain certain skin types. This is common knowledge to all makeup lovers. You accusing me of lying to fans and not caring about people is a ridiculous cry for attention. If you have hives, consult your dermatologist, not me for likes on Twitter. Now, what may be common knowledge for some people may not be common knowledge for others. I knew this, and I'm not really too big of a makeup enthusiast, but I really only know this because when Jeffree Star debuted his blood sugar palette, he actually went into detail about how some colors are actually not labeled as eye safe, but they are. They just actually stain your eyelid.
So this is a pressed pigment palette. If you have ever used the Urban Decay electric palette or other stuff like that, MAC has pressed pigments. When you use a vegan formula, reds, pinks, purples, and that nature are really hard to perfect and make amazing. So if you want smooth, creamy mattes, you want the pigment to be off the chain, you've got to use red dyes, because if you are a vegan brand, you cannot use carmine. Now, what is carmine? Carmine is what a lot of brands who test on animals or who are not cruelty-free use in their pigments to really get rich red shades. Now, what is carmine? You can do a quick Google search. I'm gonna tell you right now. It is basically crushed beetles that people use in makeup to get red pigment. I wish I could make it up. It's been happening for years. So carmine is actually very common in cosmetics. It's safe, but if you are not into wearing insects on your eyes, you have to use pigment. So a lot of these red dyes can stain the eye area.
I was actually playing around with a palette that has a very bright pink, which actually stained my eyelids. Cody may not have been aware of this, and I've seen quite a few people on Twitter saying, you should know this, but this is not something everyone may know, and it's not actually fair to assume that she may have known this. Cody then tweeted back to James and said, ridiculous cry for attention. Sister, then explain to me why other pinks, reds, and purples have never stained me before. I was trying to bring it to people's attention because nobody was talking about it. The way you're reacting to this shows me your true colors. I mean, I kind of agree with her on this. James did come in an unprofessional way, in my opinion, although the stands will totally disagree. But James responded back and said, you can bring it to people's attention without making a 2-minute long rant video accusing me of lying, deceiving people, and not caring about my fans. I don't know what pinks or purples you've been using, but this is what pigmented shadows do. Consult your dermatologist. Now, I don't know about you guys, but if this were my name on a product, I would definitely be trying to help. Maybe the way that Cody went about this wasn't the best and politically correct type of way to do it, but she is a paying customer. She did put money into this palette, and she was very excited about it. And for James to be very nasty like this and then to go on and block her because of this shows that he is not able to take any kind of criticism, but he is also someone that likes to present himself in a very professional manner, but this was not one of those times. It's very much like the Marlena Stale issue where he tweeted at Netflix and tried to swindle the Netflix documentary out from beneath her. It was just very childish, and I don't think he should have reacted this way. Now, me, being the person that I am, I tweeted at James and said, now at James Charles, is this any way to talk to a customer that helped fund this? While it's common knowledge, you could show at least some concern. Rude. And he quickly followed that up with a block. Now, in no way was I trying to be rude to him. Now, you guys know that I was just wanting a response because everybody wants some kind of response, and look what it got me. It got me blocked by James fucking Charles. The guy with the ring light, the guy that can't twerk, the guy that is very cringy singing Ariana Grande a cappella. Yeah, that guy. But I digress. I do just want to touch on this just a moment. T-Spill did tweet this out. It's the Unicarton from James Charles's palette. It does actually show that this is a pressed pigment and that it can stain your eye. Because Cody did say that she was not aware of any warning, it is actually on the consumer to read all warnings while purchasing a product or before using it. Now, these next two tweets from Marlene Estelle that we're going to be commenting on, I'm not entirely sure how she even got brought into this. Ashley Kyle actually brought this to my attention. Shout out to my sister Ashley Kyle.
If y'all don't watch her, y'all should go subscribe. That's my boo thing. I love her so much.
But Marlena chimed in because she was apparently tagged or something, and she said, have you used any other shadows with similar ingredient deck? I don't have it, so I can't see what the red dye is being used, usually red 40 or Carmine. If you're okay with other brands, you're honestly having a reaction to the quality of talc being used. Now, you guys don't get anything mixed up with what I'm saying here. This is just completely what Marlena is saying. This has nothing to do with my opinions or anything on this matter. Marlena said, if the talc being used is a cheap one, it can be mined improperly and be laced with asbestos, which can cause allergic reaction. Talc and asbestos are often near each other in the earth. Now, I don't know if this is coming from a place of shade because Marlena and James's past, but what I do know is that Marlena does actually seem to know her stuff when it comes to makeup. However, this is not me agreeing or going along with the notion that this could possibly be something that Morphe is guilty of. I did take a quick look at Ulta's website and the ingredients that they list that are in this palette, and it does appear that it's red 40. Now, I don't know if this is what reacted to Cody or whatever. That's beside the point. What I do know is both of them could have handled this better, and both of them could have acted like adults. I understand that Cody is a rant channel, and I understand that her shtick is ranting, but this seems like it was a serious issue because she did have hive on her eyelid, and I do think that if she really wanted the proper attention to handle this, she should have reached out to James politely or contacted Morphe. As for James, I do think that he could have handled this in a more professional manner. You can make the argument that his name is just on the palette, but does his name mean anything on the palette? If he wants to conduct himself as this professional person in the makeup industry, he needs to start acting like it and stop acting like a child that cannot take criticism. Not everybody is going to coddle you. All of these YouTubers, James' age and younger, are all surrounded by yes men that allow them to do and say whatever they want, and that needs to stop. No one is above reproach, and in the real world, you're going to face circumstances that you're going to have to deal with on your own. It's up to you to take that criticism and turn it into something good. But that is all I have for you guys on this video. I hope it was informative. I hope it made you laugh a little. Let me know what you think about all this down below. Let me know if you think James Charles reacted correctly, or do you think that he was unprofessional? As far as Cody, you guys let me know how she reacted down below as well. You guys keep it cute, and I will see you on my next video. Bye, guys.